One of the most integral parts of our prayer is Surah Fatiha. Today we're going to practice it. I'd like you to remember that this is just a recording, so I won't be able to tell you whether you're doing it right or wrong at home. You're going to have to do your best to record yourself and follow along. I'm going to try to highlight a few things that are common mistakes, and if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills, it'll be of benefit to you. But make sure these videos never trump or never supersede a live teacher. Now we have a video already on the Basmallah, or Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. What I'd like to start with today is the beginning of Surah Fatiha, and I'd like you to focus on the letters separately. Don't focus on reading it with a tone yet. We're going to break it down and then we're going to rebuild the tone that you presently have. So we start. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Now let's look at this again. A lot of times the do, alhamdulillah. So I want you to use your whole open tongue. Do. Now smile. Lillahi Rabbil Alameen. Try not to say Rabbil Alameen. Rabbil Alameen. We try again. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Now please make sure when you say Alameen, don't press it. Don't push it. I want you to lift it. Say Rabbil lift it up. Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Let's try the next sentence. I want you to growl with the ra, don't roll it. Don't say Ar-Rahman. More think of a growl, like a bear. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. With the word Ar-Rahman, a lot of times it will come out at home. Ar-Rahman. Ma. I want you to say Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Nir-Rahim. For the Ra's, keep practicing. We don't need our lips. We don't need to use our lips for the pronunciation of Ra. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Nir-Rahim. The next sentence is an A, an E, an E. Maliki Yawmiddin. Maliki Yawmiddin. Maliki Yawmi. Say Yawmi. Don't say Yawmiddin. Yawma or Yawmi. Yawmiddin. Now the sentence reads Iyaka. Try not to let the air escape and get like a zh sound. Iyaka. If you could practice on your own, say I-a-a. Iyaka. You hear that? You don't want like an awkward, like a vibrating sound in your mouth. Iyaka. Na'budu. Open your mouth and pronounce the ayn. Don't push it. Lift it. Na'budu. And with the pucker. Iyyaka na'budu wa. Now if you lick your lips and say wa, A lot of times it comes out wa, wa, wa. If you lick your lips and use the wet part of your lips, use the wet part of your lips. Wa, wa, wa. Wa iyyanka. Wa iyyanka. Now I want you to let the air out. Nasta. Wa iyyaka nasta'in. It's not as much an exaggeration as we think. Wa iyyaka nasta'in. And we're trying it together. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Excellent. Now we're going to move on to the second half of the surah. Here we're going to have to use a lot of the ah sounds, and we're going to have to keep the E sound very clear. So first, just start out by saying E, E. Alif kasra, alif zir, E. E. Dina. A lot of times you're going to hear ahdina, ahdina, because they're cutting the alif. We shouldn't cut the alif. Let's just start out by saying alif by itself with kasra, with zir, with the line on the bottom, would make what sound? E. E. Now say E and bring the ha in the first part of the throat into the equation, into the pronunciation. E. Dina. E. Dina. Now noon is light, but the slad in this case is heavy. So like a pump, you're going to say E. Dinaus. Naus. You don't have to fill your cheeks, but you have to pronounce the slad. E. Dinaus. Now slirata. So I want you to fill the pump. S-E-rata. S-E-rata. Slirata. E-dinaus. Na-naus. E-dinaus. Slirata. Ta-rata. Slirata. Let the slad complete, then bring the kasra, the zir, then bring the line on the bottom. Sli, sli. It's too quick. Sli, sli. Slirata. Now bring the lam in. You're going to go from a, l, a, l. Slirata, l. You're going to touch the top two teeth behind it. L, l. Now pucker. Qal mustaqim. Qal mustaqim. Seena's at the bottom teeth. Mus. Now bring it up. Ta. Now start out by saying qim, qim. Now if you needed a place to start, a lot of times in the subcontinent they say mustaqim with a kaf. Or they say mustaqim, it's too much, it's in the throat. So start off by saying key, like a key for a car or a door. Say key. Now I want you to slowly bring the sound back in your mouth. Say mustaqim, qim. Notice it's not in your throat. If it was in your throat, it would be too stiff. Say mustaqim. Qim. It's not keem, like a key, but right behind that. Mustaqim. Mustaqim. Excellent. We finished the last ayah here again. Use the pump and then pronounce the E. Sli. Sli. Slirata. Slirata. Now bring the lam into, with the W on top of it. I want you to put the sound in your mouth with your tongue. Use the whole front of your tongue. What we would call the flat part of the tongue. Sliratal. Listen to it incorrectly. This is wrong. Sliratal. Tal. You feel like you're using all of your tongue when you say Sliratal. La. Sliratal. Now bring your tongue out, please. صراط الذين الذي So you can touch the top of the mouth, and then for the that it has to come out. صراط الذين أنعمت. The ayn doesn't need to be choked here. Say عمت صراط الذين أنعمت. Now lift it up again, lift it up. عليهم not عليهم but عليهم. You're lifting it from the second part of your throat, which is called the middle part. عليهم him. Try not to say alayhim, him. Don't cut the kasra. If it was alayhi with a kasra, you would say alayhi, not alayhe. So say alayhim, him. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. Now we're going to end with the ghain. The gha, the last sentence starts with a gha. I want you to the sound. Don't use your lips though. Gha, and now say the letter A. Ghai, ghayril. Now bring the lam in. Ghayril mal. I want you to gargle it. Maghdubi ghayril maghdubi alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim wala. After you reach the top of the lam, wala, then I want you to touch the dad. It's going to be a. You see, the front of the mouth is not doing anything. The front of the mouth, I don't need dua. I don't need you to use your lips to pronounce it. I want you to say wala. And if you're just starting out to read Quran, stretch it as much as you can. This is a mud or a stretching line that was really recommended for us. I'm going to say that I'm holding the word mandatory, because if you're just starting Quran, there's nothing necessarily mandatory for you. And I want you to stretch it out for as much as you could. 5 is the bare minimum, 6 is what's recommended. So you really need to pull it. So let's try it one more time. وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ. Stretch it out. Do your best. Remember, this is a recording to enable people to read and pronounce Surah Fatiha. It is not a study of tajweed. It is not a presentation or a replacement to a teacher. Remember, live instructors will be able to correct you. This is a means of introducing people to Surah Fatiha. Let us read the surah once together, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And please remember to rewind, record yourself, and bi-idhnillah, your consistency will improve tremendously. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahmanir Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. جزاك الله خيرا. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.